Well, hello everyone, Scott Meyers here, and this week's lesson is on how to raise private capital to fund your self-storage acquisitions. We're going to do this in a couple of easy steps here for you. Step number one of the big questions I have is, where do we find and how do we pre-qualify folks that may be interested in investing in our businesses and investing in self-storage facilities with us? Well, they're the folks right under your nose. It's your family members, business associates. Start talking with your CPA, your insurance agent, any commercial real estate brokers that you're currently working with, your attorney, anybody that is already on your team or maybe a part of your team that may know some folks that are looking for an alternative form of investing rather than the stock market and some of the other risky and low return types of investments out there. And you would be surprised that once you begin telling them that I invest in self-storage facilities and we use private lenders and partners to fund our growth, how many of those people would be interested in learning more about that? Now, the big question that we have then is, okay, so you've got somebody that's interested, you're going to meet them for coffee, and you're sitting across the table, and I hate to say it's a game, but it's the question of, hey, the private lender wants to know how much am I going to get in return for the amount of money that I'm going to give you, and you're trying to give them enough of a return to get them interested, but not so much that you don't make money on the deal as well. And so it's kind of this game, this little dance that you go through as well, and at the end of the day, there really isn't an answer. And you don't really need to worry about it because all you're doing in that initial conversation is engaging them and just saying, hey, here's what we're doing. Here's what we've done in the past. Here's what we're looking to do in the future on future deals. Can I at least run these deals past you and we'll kind of talk about what makes sense for the both of us? That's it. You're just trying to get to know each other and let them feel comfortable in A, the self-storage industry, and B, working with you as well. That's it. That's all you're doing in that initial conversation. Now, it's important to know, heading into that, Regulation D and 504, there's some certain things that the SEC says are no-nos, things that you can and cannot say in those initial meetings, and when you're also talking to private lenders. So it's important to go out and find out that information, what you can and what you cannot say, because the last thing you want to do is to violate any SEC laws. That is a place that you do not want to be in. Also, I would suggest that you seek a good attorney when you're getting ready to establish a private lending relationship with someone, whether you're looking to establish a private placement memorandum, syndications, or just a general partnership. When I say a good attorney, I don't mean an acquaintance. I mean somebody who is a good real estate attorney and or private money attorney who knows this side of the business and more specifically understands Regulation D, 504, and the SEC laws. Okay, so now you begin engaging and working with the private lenders. It's important to match the project with the lender/investor. And what I mean by that is the exit strategy congruent with when they want to have their money back? Are you looking at turning the project around in 5 years, and are they comfortable with getting their money back in 5 years? Do they want it sooner, or would they rather it be a long-term play? What type of returns? What type of property are they most comfortable with? Do they want something that's just humming right along and is very safe and secure, high occupancy in a great area with a lower return because of lower risk? Or are they willing to swing for the fences and do some turnaround projects with you or some conversions or some development opportunities? It's good to make sure that you match the risk tolerance of the investor with the risk of the deal. First of all, are they accredited? You need to know, is this an accredited investor? And that's going to determine which type of investment and which type of a property that you're going to be working with them in. Are they looking to be more passive, or are they looking to actually get involved and bring something to the table in terms of management, marketing, development, construction? What do they bring to the table, and how are they going to work in this partnership going forward? Then it's important to know, once you get to that place where you feel you're going to begin working with each other, a lot of forms that need to be done, putting together not only the private placement memorandum or a syndicate or even some general partnerships, and each and every one of these needs to be reviewed by, once again, your good attorney. So, pre-acquisition documents, the private placement memorandums, executive summary, pro forma of what the deal is going to look like going forward, partnership agreements, subscription agreements, obviously the due diligence, the purchase agreements themselves, all the acquisition forms, a number of forms that need to be done as you get ready to prepare to go down this road and partner with a private lender and or another investor, debt and equity investor in your business. I don't want this to sound something. It's really not, and I wish we could go into more of that, but YouTube doesn't allow me that much time to go into all that. So, the question I have to ask you is, what's stopping you? It shouldn't be all this. It's not as daunting as you think. But what I run into is that so many folks What is stopping them in their investment career is that the banks have said no and they don't have cash, and so they give up and they stop. And they don't want to go through the process. They've heard of private lending. It's not for them. They don't know anybody that has any money. They don't feel comfortable having those conversations. And so they go down a different path, and they stop looking at self-storage or real estate investing altogether. And then there's those who decide to get formal education in how to raise private money to fund their self-storage acquisitions. Well, we haven't offered anything like that in the past, but now we've had so many requests, and since we're doing it in our own business, we decided that we're going to hold a private money mastermind, the first ever private money mastermind. We're holding it this year, May 26th and the 27th here in Indianapolis, where we're going to show you how to get all the money to fund your self-storage acquisitions. So, who should attend? Well, investors looking to significantly grow their self-storage investment portfolio, entrepreneurs interested in sidestepping the banks altogether, and investors with less than perfect credit and low capital reserves for future acquisitions. Now, I think I probably included everybody out there. So, why you need to be here? Well, first of all, this is how deals are getting done. This is how deals are getting done. 75% of all deals in 2011 involved some form of private lending. So we're going to reveal what we've been doing and even some secrets that we found that some of the other folks aren't doing out there that has allowed us to see some exponential growth in our business as a result of adding private lending to our mission and our strategy, if you will. So what you'll learn at the event is, what is private money, in case you really don't know what that is. What's the difference between accredited investors, debt partners, equity partners? We'll define each one of them, and then how you approach each one of them, because it is a different approach for each. How to raise money if you've never done a deal, if you have bruised credit, and if you don't have cash in your bank account. I think so many people think, well, I really don't have the credibility right now to go out and raise money because my credit's not all that great and I don't have a lot of money. Well, that's the reason why you need it, obviously, but this is not a stumbling block, nor should it be, and so we'll show you how to build your credibility kit so that people will feel comfortable investing with you. We'll show you how to create a PPM, and we'll also show you how to create a syndicate as well. We'll show you how to navigate the SEC rules and the laws on how to advertise to these private lenders as well. We'll be very specific about this because this is the biggest place where you can get into hot water when it comes to advertising and promoting the fact that you are raising private money. We'll also show you how to use your self-directed IRAs, but more importantly, your private lenders. This is the strategy that we've used the most, is showing a private lender how they can use their self-directed IRA to invest with you, to invest with us, in an LLC that is purchasing a self-storage facility. So we'll show you how we've been finding the private lenders. We'll go through a number of different avenues, a number of different ways that you can do it, but we'll show you the way that is gaining us the most private lenders that are coming into our funds and investing with us. I'll show you also how to get private lenders begging to do business with you. First of all, private lenders are very interested in self-storage because it has such high returns, low default rate. The banks love self-storage facilities. Private lenders do too because they're basically banks and they're in that business and they understand the fundamentals and why self-storage works so well, and so they're actually seeking us out to do deals with. But you got to know how to package an investment offering to be able to put it in front of them to get them interested. A shoebox full of information and some photos is not going to do it. You have to have a formal package that you present to the lenders, and we'll show you step by step how to put together a formal investment offering. And then the biggie, this is the big question that we have. Once again, when you're sitting across that table with a potential private lender and or a group of folks, they want to know exactly what kind of returns they're going to expect in return for giving you the money. And you're trying to say, well, the least amount possible for you giving me the most amount of money. So we'll show you how to handle that, the best ways to handle that. And it is a negotiation, but at the end of the day, it's not as hard as you think. So who's going to be there? My team. I'm private money specialist. He's doing deals with myself, a number of our students, and he's been out there. He's involved in been involved in literally hundreds of real estate transactions that have all included private money. That's what he does. That's what his company is all about. It's how to use self-directed IRAs and private money to fund small businesses and mostly self-storage. We're also going to introduce you to a friend of mine. He's a local self-storage rock star who continues to fund acquisitions and buy more properties in my market, in our competing markets. We do compete against each other on a friendly basis, and he has people just giving him money over and over again to go out and fund his acquisitions. We're going to talk to my deal man, my acquisitions manager, who goes out and finds these deals and then also helps me put these deals together. A big part of what we do and why we're so successful is because I have an acquisitions manager who knows how to underwrite the deals, who knows how to value the deals and present it in a manner to the private lender that makes them feel comfortable and understand that, hey, this is a deal that I want to be a part of. And then yours truly, I'm going to be showing you how we put the deals together and what we've done in our own portfolio to put these deals together using private money. And a number of other deal makers that are out there, including folks like yourself that are looking to get into the self-storage business or grow your business using private money. So we're going to break it down with real-world case studies. I feel the best way to be able to teach you how to do it is, once again, to do it with case studies. We can tell you all day long, and we can show you, the books, the laws, exactly how to do this, but it's better to do it with real-world case studies. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to walk through several offerings that have been out there and in place and that have been successful that we've done and others have as well. And then you're going to get a peek into my current syndicate, where we've got another fund that we're going through right now. We're going to raise, this is a small one, raising $1 million, and we'll show you exactly how we set it up, how we approached it, and we'll be right midway through it, getting ready to present it to other investors by the time you come to the mastermind. We're also going to include a number of pocket listings from my acquisitions manager, which means a number of facilities that are out there available in the marketplace right now that are ripe for using private lenders to fund these acquisitions. And you're going to have first look at them and first crack at them. And then we're going to go through a lot of practice. We're going to have exercises. You're going to actually go through the practice of underwriting, analyzing, and putting together these deals and structuring it in a manner that is, once again, attractive to a private lender, a private investor, a debt and equity partner in your business. So when and where? Well, holding it here in Indianapolis, May the 26th and 27th. Wait a minute, Scott. That's Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, it is. So we're going to meet on Saturday, 8:30 to 5 in a hotel over on the west side of Indianapolis, and we're going to break down the bulk of what we just talked about. And then on Sunday, we're going to meet from 8 o'clock until probably about 11 o'clock or so and kind of wrap up, tie up any loose ends, go through another deal analysis, and then we're going to spend time at my suite at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So we're going to finish up, you're going to get there at 8 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. We're going to have the meeting. We're going to give you some time prior to the race to be able to walk around the pits, take a tour of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and at promptly at 1 o'clock, you're going to view with us the greatest single-day sporting event in the world, yes, the Indianapolis 500, from a private suite and or the tickets to the seats that we have out there on the track. It is completely up to you, full of networking. It's a catered event. All the food, all the drink that you could ever want, and admission to the mastermind on the 26th and the 27th. Yeah, it's tough to get hotels around here, as you can imagine, on Memorial Weekend. Well, we've taken care of all that for you. So admission includes 2 nights hotel, all your meals, and transportation to the Speedway for the race. So we only have 18 spots. That's no scarcity ploy. That's all we've got. We've only got 18 spots for this. And when it fills up, it fills up. There is no overflow. That's it. We've only got 18 spots in the suite. That's it. This is going to be a little different event. It's really not an event. It's a mastermind. And we're going to be talking about just specifically how to raise private money to do your deals. No stage, no ties, no microphone, no music, no sales pitches at all whatsoever. We're just going to reveal what we've been doing in the business and how to get private money to fund your deals. And it's always no BS. It's just my team, nobody else involved. So to inquire about coming to this event, again, we've only got 18 spots left. You can contact our Director of Education, Jim Walker, at 877-662-5924, or you can email him at jim@selfstorageinvesting.com if you have any other questions about the event. So I look forward to seeing each and every one of you, whoever can make it, to get you on the fast track to creating gobs and loads of private money to go out and fund your self-storage acquisitions. We'll see you May 26th and 27th here in Indianapolis.